What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to talk about ZOM, but you probably know that from the title and the thumbnail. But we need to talk about this because people ask me all the time, what's going on with ZOM? In the live streams, they ask me what's going on with ZOM. Why is it decreasing so much? Is it dead? Is it over? Are we not going to see this increase that we're supposed to be seeing? Well, we're going to get into all of this, the future of it, the present, the past. We're going to get into all of that in a little bit. Before I get started into this, make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help my channel out a ton. I really only ask that you hit the like button, and I try and give you as much information as I possibly can get, putting out short videos, these videos, lengthier videos, streams, all of that stuff. So all I ask is that you hit the like button. It does help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you're interested in this type of content, and consider joining as a member. Every morning I do these live streams that are member only chats, and if you want your questions answered, it's an easy way to do that. Limited amount of people that chat, so definitely do that. But let's talk about ZOM, because this is one of the most important things we need to review and go over on this channel, because if you don't know, I have 3,000 shares. I have 3,000 shares of ZOM with a cost basis of $1.50. That's my wash sale cost basis. My cost basis now, since I did end up lowering it, decreasing the amount of shares that I had, but the overall wash sale is higher than what my normal cost basis is, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then we can always go through that and ask me a question on the live stream and we can figure that out. But my wash basis cost sale is $1.50. But it's tough, because if it's at $1.50 right now, where it's at 85 cents. So is it going to come back? Are we going to see some type of push? Is there no type of movement or volume to it? Well, I'm going to get into all the positives and all the negatives right now. So let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to see that ZOM currently is at 85 cents. It might end up being different by the time it closes in the next 13 minutes. But you can see it's at 85 cents. But what we're going to look at here is the history. We're going to look at the past. We're going to look at the present and what I think for the future. So you can see that back, in December, it was down to what, 17 cents. It increased, had this large jump up, and then started to level out somewhere around this between 80 cents and like $1.30. Mainly the level out was between 80 cents and probably somewhere around these highs of like $1.15. So that's where it leveled out, found strength. And right now it's hovering around that bottom point. So you see it at 85 cents, closer to the bottom of this level, which shows support. So we did have that large increase up to $3, to where it did decrease with the overall news of Trueforma and what they have to offer. It brought the stock up a lot, plus people getting into this position as well. So you can see that this was decreasing and then ended up leveling out a little bit, had a little bit of fluctuation, a little bit of volatility, to where it did increase closer to when Trueforma was supposed to be released. Now, Trueforma was supposed to be released at the end of March. However, they released it early, so a lot of people were going with this notion of buying the rumor, selling the news. So they were looking to buy as much of the rumor as possible, and that's what I was looking to do: buy the rumor and continue to drive that on the way up. As it started to increase, it got to about 280, I believe, somewhere around this mark, 280, and then decreased in the day open when the news was released that Trueforma was released early. So people were looking to buy the rumor, sell the news. So now that the news actually happened, it decreased quite a bit and continued to decrease. Now, this decrease looked like it was gaining strength somewhere around the 150 mark, pushing it up to 170 or 180, even as high as 190, getting back to that $2 mark. Now, me, seeing this, I obviously got back in somewhere around the 170 mark when it did started to consolidate somewhere up here. But myself, as I seen this increase, I thought, okay, it's going to come back. However, that didn't actually happen. It decreased more and more and more. And if you didn't know the reason why things were decreasing, there were bearish sectors throughout the last couple of weeks, and ZOM was one of those stocks that was included in I guess let's call it a bear trap. Even though the hedge funds are not bear trapping it, but let's call it that, because it is dropping down significantly. Even though the volume was increasing, the amount of people that were interested in it was increasing. People were continuously sold off. Scarcity started to factor in. There was a lot of negativity within these last couple of weeks. And it wasn't only ZOM that we were seeing that with. We were seeing that with things like AMC, GME, Zoom, Tesla. Tesla just started to really push up. But we were seeing that with a number of positions. It wasn't just like one sector. It was like anything that I was looking at that was, either heavily shorted or just had some sort of interest to it was being like attacked in some way. And I don't know how they were being attacked, where, but you did see this drop down significantly. And I didn't sit here and blame it on hedge funds shorting it at all. This is mainly just scarcity in getting into this position. The fear that was in people investing into this position. You could see that they sold off pretty heavily. That makes sense. This comeback does make sense a little bit. You have to have some sort of support to where it did end up decreasing and found other levels of support. No way did I think it was going to get back down to 83 cents. Now that is a level of support somewhere around that 85 cent mark or so. It did break that level, but it's hovering around that level as of today. We don't want to see it break below there, because if it continues to break below there, then the only thing you have left is a level of support of 38 cents. Now, would I consider it dead then? I still wouldn't consider it dead. It has a lot of potential. Obviously the company has a lot going for it, has a lot of news, a lot of people believe in it, a lot of people push the stock, but it's just not performing the way we'd hope. We're not seeing the same amount of volume that we should see. You look at the volume today. The volume is crazy today compared to normal. So the average volume is around 111 million, and the average volume today is 75 million. So we're seeing higher volume, but a crazy decrease. So that makes sense if a lot of people are selling off in this position and said, you know what, I'm giving up on it, and they end up selling that position. Now, ultimately, looking at this, do I believe that ZOM is dead? I can't say that I believe that ZOM is dead yet. I see a lot of strength in the position. When I go through every single day, you can see more movement than what you've seen in previous days. Other days it would stay flat around 170 for like 2 hours. Now it's staying flat at 170 for like maybe a couple of minutes, decreasing, increasing. You're seeing all types of volatility to where it's actually, making a comeback in most cases. You see that initial drop in the beginning of the day by like 10 cents, and then it recovers that 10 cents, maybe 9, maybe 8, or some days to where it was down 15% and then increased to being over 10%. So you're seeing the volatility, you're seeing the stock alive, and a lot of people looking to buy into it. Now, it is tough to see this as someone that invested really high at $2 or something. That ends up being very difficult because you lost more than half your investment that you put into it. However, some people that invested a little bit lower at $1, you're still seeing a pretty significant loss to your investment, especially if you're buying a lot. So I bought in at 150, bought in at 170 initially, brought the price down to 150. Would have brought it down a lot more if I knew that it was going to drop down more. I thought that the lowest point that it was going to get to was probably around that 120 mark, but it ended up surpassing that, ended up dropping as much as it did. So I still believe in the position. It's going to be a while before I don't believe in it. So like I said, I always jump into a position being comfortable with how much I can lose, right? And most cases, I'm looking to limit the amount that I lose. ZOM, it was a different story. It dropped significantly. It dropped significantly without me looking at it. And without me seeing it, it dropped more than I wanted it to go. And then I was like, okay, well now I need to recover. And if it gets past that point, it's either like all or nothing at that point. So if I'm comfortable with losing it, obviously you want to invest things that you are comfortable with losing. You can always make it up on the next position. However, there's a lot of stocks that are actually down today, the last couple of weeks. It hasn't been a good run for a lot of people that are swing trading right now. Day trading, yes, you can get out of your position by the end of the day, limit your losses, all of that stuff. But swing trading, it's been a little bit difficult. You've had significant losses over, the after hours market. But that's what I had for you guys today. I still believe in ZOM. I'm still going to hold on to it. I still have my 3,000 shares at a loss of $1,387, unrealized loss. That's about 35% that it is down. I'm looking to lower the cost basis. As lower it gets, the more shares that I can actually buy, so you can lower that cost basis effectively. So we'll see how this all plays out. I do see life in this position. I do see something that can grow long term. Am I looking to hold it long term? No, but will I hold it long term with the thought of investing, more money as it does get lower? Yeah. I mean, that's definitely an option, especially since I missed my exit point multiple times. So anyways, that's the video that I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think about ZOM. Are you starting to lose faith in it? Do you feel as though it's just getting too much to handle? I mean, it's consistently falling for the last however many weeks. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you want to join as a member, please do so. And if you want to join my Discord group over in Patreon, you can sign up over on Patreon, and I upload some things over there as well, and we'll figure out some other things we could do. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to get out of here, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.